All right, and we're back. Today's video is again something different. It's going to be a quick unpacking and hopefully a quick repair. All right, first things first, let's get this open. All right, what we have here is not a failure to communicate. We've got a piece here for my snowblower. And what this is should be, according to the schematics that I found, this should be the piece that controls the chute. I have the cable operated chute. All right, and then let me straighten this out. This is supposed to be the correct part. And this piece goes here. As you can see, mine is broken. So what happens here is my chute can't be controlled from the handle, okay? I can turn it, okay? With this handle, I can turn it. Sometimes we gotta give it a little, okay, like that. But the up and down motion, as you can see, the piece is busted. So what we're gonna do is see, I think we can fix this quickly. Now, what I gotta do is get the camera set up here. So, but I believe we can fix this quick. So we're going to find out in a second what we got here. All right, let's see. That's that. That's the guy that hit my wife's car and ran. He was all drunked up, but thankfully I had a camera on my neighbor over here, the guy I watched the building for. Behind me, he got them nice cameras. He picked them up on the camera and saw him hit the car, and he sat there and waited a minute and made sure nobody come out, and then he took off. Thought he got away with it. He ended up getting himself a hit and run ticket. And he tried to offer me $500 to repair the vehicle. And I said, dude, that's at least $2,500 in damage, and it came out to $2,850. So, all right. So there we are. Got you set up. Let's see if we can do this. I've never done this one on a snowblower before, so we're going to figure it out as we go along. Let me get my... Okay. Get some tools out. All right, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I'm going to stop you for a minute while I'm getting tools. All right, so what we have is a 1/2 inch up here, and then inside the chute we got a 3/8. That is what bolts it to it. So this is the pivot, and this is where it bolts down. So we're going to disconnect it first, and then we'll see what we got going on. Okay, very good. It's a like a carriage bolt, locks itself in place on the back side here. Oh my God, if you got allergies, you know where the suffering I'm doing right now. Actually, I'm dizzy today too from it. All right, let's see if we can knock this out. Okay. All right. There's that. Yeah, let's see. See where we're at here. Again, this is tabbed, so this piece comes up like this, and then it should pop out of the chute. It should. It's locked in. I actually may have to take both sides off. Let's get the other side off so we can work with it. So, bring you around. And you can see there, come on. And we're taking this one off. This one, there's a shorter one on this side. There we go. That's that one. Get that out of the way. Take this one out. Again, shorter one on that side. And while I'm here, I am going to, let's remove this one that actually bolts it to the snowblower. this out. Again, this is a 3/8 down here. Make sure you guys see where I'm working right here. Come on. Yeah, it actually broke a couple years ago, but I haven't had to use it. This is the first year we've had to have snowblower use. And you can see here we're fractured. Now, let's see. Pick up on the chute. That comes off, and you can see where the tabs are that are holding it in. So what I want to do, and the cables wrap around like that. So what I want to do is get this out. Easier said than done. Maybe I don't have to. Can we might be able to pop the cables. They're sort of like a clutch cable on a motorcycle. See here? Yeah, that's not locked in. It's just being held in by the guide. Come on. Oh, there is a little tab. All right, let me get the screwdriver. These allergies have got to go. That's all I got to say. Crap is choking me off, seriously. All right, let's see. Can we get this out? Yep, there we go. Okay, so that popped out. That's one side. And before I go any further, I don't want to reverse this. So I'm going to stop right here. And let's see. Let's get the new one out. We got to make sure we put it back exactly the same way it comes off. All right, very good. Yep, okay. So it's going to bolt on like this, okay? So we'll pop that cable out. We'll lock that one in. That. Push the barrel in, lock it up behind. There we go. That's that one. Now we'll pop the other side out. Come on. Bring it around here. You can see what we got. Okay. And we're going to get this one out. And that one will go in from the other side. Just want to make sure I don't twist the dang cables up. Ouch. Come on. Gotta get it to go past. There's like a little tab that sticks out. So you gotta get it to go past that tab. Come on, baby. Let's go. It's broken. I'm not too worried about it breaking more. There we go. Okay. Like that. Okay. So now we're gonna line it up. That's that. And we'll get this around where it belongs. Get this one through here. Come on, baby. Get it up under here. So I'm going to try to do this. I know you can't see what I'm doing because of the angle, but you can't see much of anything anyway. Again, this tab should pop out. It's not coming out for me. All right, let's get lined up. Yeah, see, because it was broken, I have to have a little free play. So I'm going to try to come through from the back side. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me try to get it angled. So what I'm going to do is this will go here, back up in, and then I'm going to push that in and then route the cable. So hopefully you can see that. Got white lithium grease on the cable, so it's kind of like giving me problems because it's sticking to my gloves. All right, there we go. So that's in. So it's just a matter of doing that with it. Now, what we got to do is put the bolts in. So I don't know if I should do the chute first, chute side, or this first. Be catching on something here. All right, let's do the We'll put the chute ones in first, and then we'll bolt the bottom down. So again, these are, it's like a square hole. All right, so see how that went in? Okay, right there. And then we'll come around, we'll get the other one in. Again, the short one is on this side. There we go. That pushed into place. Very good. Now, I'm going to start the nuts. One started there. Get the one started on the other side. Just starting it right now. Okay, now I want to start this one that actually bolts the piece to the chute. It's going to be right here. Like so. We'll run that in first. And what these are plastic bolts, so they basically self-tap their own threads in. All right, now let's see. See what we got here chute-wise. Yep, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work these bolts in, but again, the nuts, when you tighten them down, you can't over-tighten them because you got to be able to have movement. So we'll do this side first. Hold it together and run that down. Right there. That should do the trick. And we'll come back to the other side. Just want to make contact with it. And I want to back it off. Like that. There we go. So that's loose enough. Cable's running where it's supposed to be on both sides. So the only thing I am going to do is, let's see. Yep. Okay. There we go. Yep, that's working. Okay. Everything's got to be re-lubed. So this is binding up here. I'm going to clean that a little bit. I'm not going to make you guys suffer and watch that. But I am going to clean that a little bit with some spray. That way, hopefully, this moves a little easier and freer. And then we'll go from there. In any case, the part that was needed came off of Amazon, as always. It was $9.99 shipped, is what I paid. It's the exact same part number. And everything's made in China these days, so it is what it is. And would that take us about 10 minutes total? Probably could do it in 5 if I'm not filming. So, but that's it. So what I'm going to do now, like I said, I'm going to shut you off. I'm going to spray this down, clean this real quick. Probably put some new lube on it. Lube the bottom chute. Hopefully I don't need this anymore this year. I got to check the transmission. I'm going to pop the plug, and I'm going to check the grease in that. There's special grease you got to have. My augers are nice and free, so I'm not worried about them. I might throw a little bit of lube in it anyway. Where the shear pin's in, you can spray some lube in, so I might do that. Change the oil before it's parked, drain the tank and the gas out of it, and it'll be ready to go for next year. I always drain them completely out. On the bottom of the bowls on these, you actually have a push button you can push in for draining water out, but also you can drain the gas at the end of the season. So I run it till it runs out, and then I push that button in, and that gets rid of the gas. So, but in the winter time, if you're snow blowing and it starts running real bad, acting up, doesn't want to restart, push that button on the bowl, and there's going to be water in there because with the snow blower, it sucks in. You know, there's no filter or anything on these. So what it does, it sucks the moisture in and actually gets in the fuel system because you have a vented cap, and it can get in there, and then you'll get water in your carburetor. So then your best bet, again, is to just push that button and drain out about 10 seconds worth of gas, and usually you'll get water. So, and then fire it back up and you're good to go. It happened to me twice this year, snow blowing. So, all right, again, with that said, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel, you know. And as always, again, the Ko-fi link, my son has it. He's supposed to give it to me. If one of my videos helps you out, please consider making a donation through Ko-fi to my son's account. I would appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. It's probably going to be the fender, the Yaffe Thicky fender for the Sport Glide, because we're supposed to get some warm weather. Right now it's 50. Temperature's been climbing all day. Supposed to go to like 58 tonight, and then overnight, and then tomorrow 67. So we'll see. But we're going to do the Thicky fender either Monday or Tuesday. And then, again, we'll have a video posted soon. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.